My goodness, my goodness. He will not stop. He will not stop. Man, JP apparently did another interview and another one. And in this interview, brace yourselves. Okay? This is not the same one he's done with the Flow Rider. This is brace yourself. So we're going to start with this clip posted by JP himself. I mean, the guy that's on the TikTok playing is Jesus. Yeah. Jesus. I believe his profile slogan is justice for John Paul Miller. Okay. So in this clip, John Paul Miller is going to say why he think Mica eliminated herself from this earth. I would put this at the end and let y'all work up to this, but hey, you're gonna have to put your big boys and girls panties on, because this is how serious this case is, y'all. I mean, here you go. Here you go. I'm giving you all the opportunity to bow out now, go somewhere else, do something different. You don't have to listen. Trigger warning. And here it is.
Last time I started, she said a lot of things. One of the last things she said to me was, she says, I want to come home, but my family won't let me. And I said, well, maybe you can come home. She said, no, they'll never talk to me again if I come home. If I take my medicine, my dad will be disappointed in me. I said, baby, who cares about any of them? What do you think God wants you to do? And when I said that, she showed me this book she was reading called I Love Jesus, But I Want to Die. And I said to her, why do you want to die? She said, I want to die because I can't come home, sleep in my bed. And she said, I want to do that. And being away makes me want to die.
Okay, listen, I'm not going to go back and pull up stuff, although I can. However, so can you guys. And if you've been following this case, you really don't need to, because you already know this. But anything that I'm speaking of, I've already done videos on it. Now, he's saying she wanted to come home. Her biggest issue, what led to her eliminating herself, is because her family wouldn't let her go home. Okay, this is just really for refresher purposes and for people who don't know this information, because you either just hearing about the case or you haven't been following it like that. However, John Paul was calling Mica, calling her family, harassing them, threatening to come there to their home at like 1 o'clock in the morning with his thing armed and ready, after he's been told numerous times, do not come. He has been doing this because he's demanding that Mica come home. And he's been told over and over by Mica and the family, she's just trying to be away for a little while. She'll be home on that Tuesday. These are written text messages along with phone recordings of them actually calling the police and letting them know they believe he's either coming there, or he is already on his way there, or he's already there somewhere. Okay. And we can hear both Mica and her sister cooperating with the police to send the screenshots and to tell them about John Paul threatening Mica and threatening the household and family of Mica's family that she's at, because she will not come home. Okay. Didn't sound like Mica wanted to come home and the family wouldn't let her. That's not what it sounded like at all. And for further context on that, this woman was in the process of leaving him. She had filed for divorce. She had tried to get an order of protection, and for some reason it wasn't granted. He had been stalking, literally terrorizing this woman for a while up until this point already. So you're not going to tell me she wanted to come home. She left him earlier than that. She went to Kansas. Got involved with other people in another church and things like that. Was very hurt about and expressive to others about the suffering she went through with this guy. But somehow he talked her into coming back home. I get it. It's a marriage. But she also ended up with the feelings that it was one of the worst decisions she could have ever made. And then came to this now final attempt at an escape. And this one, she went further than she's ever gone. And it appears to all of us that this definitely was going to be a permanent decision for her. And John Paul had been harassing this woman and threatening her, trying to make her come home, including allegedly, according to Mica, posting a nude picture of her, including what at least I believe, him lying and saying that she, was having an affair, blah, blah, blah. Including him literally saying, come home, you're not being a dutiful wife, you're not obeying God, you need to come home, we need to work it out. He went from offering her to buy her anything she wanted, upgrading her car, which she knows he takes stuff from her when she was done. When he was texting her at the sister's house, he was saying, if this woman don't come home, I got all her stuff here in trash bags, y'all. I done hit the screen with it. Okay? I done fell into the screen with this one.
Why did my wife take her own life? Well, the last time I saw her, she said a lot of things. One of the last things she said to me was, she says, I want to come home, but my family won't let me. And I said, well...
He should say, when's the last time you saw her, so he could say April 27th. But... that's sarcasm, y'all. I'm not... Oh, man. This guy said he put her stuff in trash bags. Trash bags. And if she didn't come home, if they didn't tell her to come home, he was either going to put them on the outskirts of the woman's property, or that he was going to pack her stuff and send it to Goodwill. What kind of husband? Just because you're somewhere he don't want you to be. Will pack up your things and either threaten to take them there. She wasn't at a dude's house. I mean, I ain't saying it's right, but if the husband was acting like that and she was with her lover, it's kind of like, wow, how disrespectful are you? You're with the lover. He knows you're with the lover. He's saying, get away from there. Come home. I'm throwing your stuff out. You can get it. You can get it on the edge of the property and go off and, we can get a divorce, do your thing. Or I'm going to drop it off at Goodwill. Now, you can't just do that to her property, but I'm saying in these type of circumstances, Buddy might have lost his mind. But because this woman is getting away from him and going to see her family, she is an adult and she has that right. As a spouse, as someone who lives in that house, this dude put her stuff in trash bags. This came out his own mouth, from his fingers to that damn keyboard to the sister's phone. And you mean to tell me Michael told him she wanted to come home? All of the drama that was going on between them, because he could not make her come home. This is a sick person we looking at, y'all. This dude is sick. I'm talking about, baby. Listen, I'm talking about sick beyond what we honestly can conceptualize without trying too hard. Because we don't operate like this on a daily basis. We don't think like this. Is a dude that walks amongst us, teaches at a freaking church, pastors at a church, preaches at a church, and all the other things that he does. And he's sitting here talking to y'all like this. This is a whole live wire crazy person operating amongst people, and he has access and authority. Millions in assets. This guy, y'all, he's sitting, listen, Linda. This fool here can't keep his mouth closed. If you put some duct tape on it. And look at all that hair he got. Can you imagine? He'll yank that thing right on off and act like it was never there. You'll see the little tape and everything around his face, and he'll have patches of missing hair. You'll be like, JP, what happened? He'll make up a story. He'll make up a story as to why his hair and stuff is like that. Well, why you got that? What is that tape residue? You couldn't get that off? Huh? All red and everything because he been trying. Okay, but he'll come right on up here and he'll give you a story. As I don't know what the story would be for something like that. He will make sure he have one available for you. And he'll say it all with a straight face. We can have a picture that whomever taped him up took, showing I put some duct tape on it. I bet you he won't be giving no more interviews for a while. Picture going all over the internet, so he know we saw the picture of him with the duct tape on his face. Okay? And JP will snatch that duct tape off. Have a little bit of his beard left. A little bit of his what's this he got going on his face? The little upper mustache and the little chin part. Okay, can you imagine? I want you to visualize that. The patches and everything with the little duct tape residue on his face. And he'll come over here and he'll sit down just like he is right now. And he will give you a story that you never could, baby. You'd be like, I would have never thought to say nothing like that, but that's not even true. And he's sitting there like it's true. Listen, look at him. Look at him.
Maybe you can come home. She said, no, they'll never talk to me again if I come home. If I take my medicine, my dad will be disappointed in me. I said, baby, who cares about any of them? What do you think God wants you to do?
I just saw another video. I did a video. I know others did a video. Getting all up in True Crime Riri's tail. Because True Crime Riri posted about Mica's family. I guess sometimes y'all don't think, because those videos have been removed from True Crime Riri's platform. Why have they been removed along with other things? But you still posting about Mica's case, so stop acting like, oh, I'm moving on. That don't explain why you deleted, but that sound like some old JP type of behaviors. So the point is, the videos are no longer there. However, they were posted, and there has been dialogue on text with JP, Mica, or her family, and it's mostly Mica and her family. JP just happened to have at some point insertion where he sent Mica's father a forwarded email about, hey, she got a medical appointment. She need to come to town, so I know she gonna be here at this time at this appointment, and I can run up on her. And I'm ad-libbing that part, but is it true? Heck yeah, it's true. We know it's true. This fool sat up here and said he went to the Honda dealership that day. What day? Oh, child, you take a pick. But if you want to narrow it down, the 11th of March, or the day, she caught him on camera and was like, walk away, and he said these pictures to be up. Oh, shit. The day he slashed the tires. Allegedly. Again. Okay? Whichever one of these days you want to pick, it was one of them. It's just one of those days. Okay? So John Paul says, oh, shit. Here's another one. The day she was at the Honda dealership getting her tires fixed, her slash tires fixed. Either way, there was the tires on her car she was driving, and they were slashed. All right, razor blade. Remember that? And they found also a heavy duty extra multi-millionaire, the super duty trackers. I guess you can go further with them, and they got more features. Track that yeah. Probably can shut your car down. Hell, I don't know. Probably can't hear your conversations. Probably can, mess with your electrical system. I don't know what the super tracker does besides being able to track you for further distances. But maybe it was that day. However, John Paul showed up. This what he said now. He said he was going there to bring her, what was it? Her medication? A letter? Some mail? A bag of clothes? I don't recall. It's so much going on with this dude. But whatever it was, he was bringing it to Mica. This is how much drama-filled of a separation they were having. Because, baby, if it's that important, and since you care, I mean, that's nice. As something you feel like you need to get to me. Okay, cool. Ask me, what do I prefer? What's the best method? Mail it? Okay. We're just trying to be peaceful. This is a hard time for us both. That's cool. No problem. Here's the P.O. box you can send it to. How about that? There ain't nothing wrong with that. Involving no third parties. Don't want to put them in a mess. None of that. And this is simple and easy. It'll take a couple extra days. But hey, I didn't have it anyway. So there's that. Thank you for putting my stuff in the mail. Got a tracking number? Okay, cool. Done. Even if he was to give a reason why not to choose that option. There's other options. But bro, you took your raggedy tail to the Honda dealership. Why? First of all, you knew she had a blade in her tires. Secondly, you knew that tracker was on there. Because it tracked you all the way to the Honda dealership, right? It led you there. And you knew it was going to stop there. So I guess you wanted to run up on her. A. B. Intercept them finding the tracker somehow. Don't ask me, y'all. Come on now. Do we think like him? Do we act like him? Heck no. He showed up. Even with him talking about showing up at the Honda dealership, he played himself because he kind of said two different things. See, JP talks so much. He started off with saying he was gonna give it to somebody and tell them to give it to her. First of all, that's unprofessional. Not only just of Honda, but of you. And Honda ain't did nothing. This is what you making us believe you was gonna have Honda do. What would make you think Honda gonna do that? Imagine your ex coming up to Honda, be like, yeah, she about to have an appointment soon. Don't ask me how I know, but she'll be here. I need you to hand her that. Thank you. Did you tip him? Because no. That's not what they do. However, he didn't, I guess, make it that far. Because when he got there, she was there and he ran into her. Or she showed up and he ran into her. I mean, come on. He also just so happened to see her sister at the mall. A day or two, I guess, a week or whatever after Mica passed. So he can yell out, Mica! But it's the sister. I mean, we buying that one too? Because, bro, what was you doing at the Honda dealership again? And how did you get there? Huh? See, I can't do his high-pitched voice, but this situation make you want to take it up. It make you want to go into a squeal. How was you at the Honda? Okay, then he said he went there to give her, I think it was some medicine, her mail. But see, he kept talking. He got the flowing. So he said he went there to give her whatever. I thought you said you was going to go there and ask somebody to give it to her. Don't this sound irrational? It sound like somebody who don't even respect you or themselves. Because first of all, don't act. How did we get here in the first place? Between one of us or both of us, we had the opportunity to do something to prevent us from getting this bad off. Okay, I'm over here, you over there. Where I'm laying my head at, where you laying your head at, is not the same place. Let's not be children and act like this is anybody else's fault. Okay, don't get to acting panicky now. Okay, you had warning signs. And you kept making choices every single time. That's either party. I don't know. Why would you be running up on somebody or trying to intercept them somehow at a car appointment that you, by the way, not only led them to, but tracked them to? Why would you be doing stuff like this? It's not rational. It's not rational. Now, if y'all exes were to do this, you'd be like, I chose this person? Like, I guess I won't be doing that again. I mean, I literally chose a person that thinks that this is okay. Like, this is the right way to be moving right now. You know? You might even say, typical. He would never change. He would not get his shit together. Bro, how much of this did you put up with? Because, hello, red flag? No. And this is a pastor. Bro, you think I'm lying? Look him up. John Paul Miller of Solid Rock at Market Commons. He is a pastor. He a pastor. Allegedly, I sliced your tires. I got a tracker in your car. That one ain't alleged. And you separated from me. You don't want nothing to do with me. But I'm going to intercept your appointment at the Honda dealership because I already know you got a problem. You going there so that I can run up on you there. I can have access to you there. Because I want to show everybody there and whomever else may be looking that this is how good of a husband I am. I don't even have access to you unless I run interception at an appointment that I forced you to have anyway. But, you know, she wanted him. She wanted to come home and her family wouldn't let her. They also told her, what, JP? What was the family saying?
And when I said that, she showed me this book she was reading called I Love Jesus, But I Want to Die. And I said to her, why do you want to die? She said, I want to die because I can't come home, sleep in my bed. And she said, I want to do that. And being away makes me want to die.
He think we this dude think he's dangerous, y'all. He think we gonna believe this. If I was an investigator, I would investigate all of that. Bro, you're gonna have to tell me where Mica got this book from. Where'd she get it from? Where'd she purchase this book? When she was at the peak of whatever you claim when did she get the book? Where did she? Barnes and Nobles? Amazon? You got some receipts? How did she come up on possession of such a book? What other proof is there than just what you're saying, that she was actually reading this book? You're such a great husband. You're such a great husband. And you did the best you could, according to you. How come all that we've seen, how many of these cases, y'all, do we have this much access to the husband? How many? Anybody want to guess? None. You're going to get some paparazzi. All right? To the point where you like, one day they're going to go full Kanye West on them. Or you really not gonna see nothing at all, because they gonna do their best to lay low. But what they're not gonna be doing is any of this. Okay, and don't put your head down, boy. We all up in your bald. Okay, we didn't ask for that. We did not ask for that. Looks funny. They ain't running their mouth. How can John Paul be the only one doing this, and he don't understand that this is not a good idea? How? Crazy. That's the only thing I can come up with. Crazy, and of course being operated by the devil. There's no way anybody with any sense really sat here and said any of this. This dude with a straight face sat there and told us that Michael wanted to leave the earth because she wanted to come home and she couldn't. This is the same person that called Robbie Stinky Harvey. He needs an investigation into his brain. Like, did he stop at some point? Because according to what people have read, the mother of him has said, his dad wasn't having his way with him. So, did he somehow stop at that age and just continue to be inside of a man's body? I think we have enough to say something like that. Because there's no way no full-grown adult gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, that would be nice, but that shit ain't gonna work. That's gonna make me look worse. They'll never fall for that. I don't want to make myself look worse. If I'm not qualified and I don't have the actual skills to help myself, then I probably should just be quiet. And if I can't hire the proper representation, media representation, most businesses have it, right? Lawyers and things like that, which a lot of alleged criminals, they tell you not to testify, especially when it comes to something serious like this. So they show anger and tell you to just be out here on social media all loose like this. No, he don't have no type of rational thinking on this at all, because I just don't think he got it. I don't think he got it in him. He don't. Look at him, y'all. Who in their right mind would be doing this? This fool sat up here and said, listen, y'all, this is why she wanted to do it. And her family would not let her go. We seen the text message thread where Mica is constantly bringing up that she wants to be away from that medication, just like she want to be away from JB. Now, we can't get conversations or anything with her doctors. Don't y'all let Robbie Harvey start coming out and telling y'all that one now. But we're not going to get that. Okay? And in court, who knows what's going to be revealed. But it's very curious and scary to know that after she passed away, her husband came on here and wanted to reveal things about her medical history. He wanted to read off a list of things that she is taking and try to make it look like he's doing a PSA and say, guys, if you are taking any of those medications that I just listed, then make sure that you do not stop taking them without getting your doctor's advisement. Now, of course, very good PSA. That makes sense. I don't know how long it took him to research that to say this would be the perfect argument and stuff, blah, blah, blah. How he think he run a game. This dude ain't even playing checkers. Okay? I'm not even going to say nobody playing chess with him. I'm going to say Chinese marbles. And dude is still sitting over here trying to figure out why we looking at this board at all. Is something supposed to go on it? Like, what we supposed to do with this? That's what he over there doing. Straight up. All he had to say was she was taking antidepressant, antipsychotic medications. Or he could name the class of the medication. Because anything above like a Schedule 1, if it's a Schedule 2 or Schedule 3, it has a certain classification and it has capabilities, very strong capabilities of altering your brain and your hormones. So that messes with your emotions, your regulation of emotions, okay, your estrogen, your testosterone, and your brain. It can cause a lot of disruption. And that's even assuming that you're following all protocols, taking the right dose at the right time. You're keeping away from or adding, whichever it may apply, anything else that you're supposed to either stay away from or add to help you with not having as less possible reactions as possible with these medications. But anything that has the opportunity to alter you in this manner in itself can be very, very, very dangerous. Every case is different. Every person is different. So therefore, by it having such strong efforts, powers to manipulate important parts of your body that control and regulate, you be keeping yourself safe and others. You do not want to just stop. That is very unsafe, right? Okay, so those are facts. A lot of us know this, but a lot of us don't have the insight to even understand that it is mainly a certain category or above of medications. I mean, it's not going to happen probably with Tylenol, but these particular types of medications, sometimes people end up on them maybe for a temporary, amount of time or what have you, but they just, not that doggone familiar with them. And they might get on it and not like it and be like, hey, because this does happen a lot. I don't like the way this made me feel. I don't like the fact that it's making me eat every doggone thing, making me hungry. Well, okay, see, but a lot of these things that you're not liking is how serious the alterations are that are being made by this medication. So to just suddenly stop that can be catastrophic. It can be. So why am I saying all this? Because this fool knew. All he had to do was say, if you're taking any antipsychotic, if you're taking any antidepressant, any Schedule 2 or above, any type of mental health type of medications, he could have even just basically said that, and it would have been close enough. You need to be sure that you don't just stop because of what you're doing, what you're saying, what your friends and family are saying. You need to do that only with the doctor's supervision. He could have said that. He did not have to sit there and look at a piece of paper and read off what he's alleging that his ex-wife did. He did that to what? Further stomp her face into the ground. And he think he did something. He think he flexed on that, y'all. He do. He said, this looks so good because I'm doing a PSA to tell people we got to help yourselves, not hurt. Don't ever stop doing this. Okay, y'all can't fight back against that. Y'all can't call out nothing bad about that. But at the same time, I'm completing a mission of mine, which is saying, yeah, she was on this here and this here and that there. Yeah, how you like me now? Okay, he did the cool Modi thing backwards. Y'all, you see the video? Watch him. Look at bring it up in your head. That's JP Miller backing on up with it. Okay, I don't know what the dance was called, but in that video, how they was dancing, he doing that as he leaving. as he leaving after he did that damn video. I'm telling you. Okay, he probably did something else quirky. We know he didn't literally do that, but I'm just, how you like me now? He like, yeah, that was a hit right there. I keep outdoing myself every time. He really thought he did something when he dropped that video. However, what in reality he did was showed us what a terrible, low-down, horrible piece of scumbucket he really is, that we don't even care to spit or shit in. That's a bad bucket there, buddy. That's a bad bucket there. You could sit up here and keep talking down on your wife, saying she took this and that, and then she gone, baby. She gone. He gonna come out here with a piece of paper and try to read them. And then on top of that, he gonna act like he can barely pronounce one because he not even sure what it is. I thought you was the main advocate for her and her mental health. For years. I'm saying, yeah, that's what you was telling her. Oh, so, but you're not familiar with that medication? Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Makes sense. Yep, you're doing a fine job, boy. You're doing a fine job. What about the text messages with her family about her medication? What about that? What do we see? Mica constantly saying, I don't want to take this no more. And the family saying, Okay, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Because I've been looking at it this way. I may have even said this before, but I'm not totally convinced. Well, actually, no. The family doesn't deny that Mica has some issues. I'll say that because that's a fact. What they did say is that it didn't really happen until she got with JP. So we do need to make that clear. We do need to make that clear. Along with her being hospitalized, we can imagine what the situation was, but we don't know for sure. What we do know is that it did happen, more than one occasion. So, more than likely she was taking what he said she was taking, but, bro, you reading it from a paper, though. You reading it from a paper. Did he care about getting his way? Didn't he say he don't visit his people in the hospital? Imagine you on your bed, you're on your out of here bed, and your pastor don't show up one time. I thought it was part of what they do. And it's up. Remember when people said he forced Mica to sleep with him while she was in a hospital bed? He said he ain't never been in a hospital at the same time as Mica. And that's what he said. Imagine how many times your wife been to the hospital and you ain't never been there at the same time with her. And you know, when he first said it, this was so earlier on, I said, well, hold up, boy, you wasn't there when she had your children. Then I was like, hold on, wait, they don't have no children together. How long they been together? How many times she been to the hospital for mental health and who knows whatever else? And you say you ain't never been in the hospital at the same time with your wife? But you got so much to say about what should or should not happen to her concerning any type of hospital? And you gonna read off medications that you was trying to get her to take and save her from, and then you could barely even read the medication, and the way he said it was like, I don't know about that one, but I guess it's there, so I guess she was taking. So you didn't even know what the heck she was taking and what kind of effects it can have being taken all of this. have details. Was she on them separately, or she took this one for a year, this one for 2 years? They moved her on this because what? I mean, you might as well give it all up now. But what you're making clear is he don't care. He don't care. That's just information he felt like he can use to help his agenda. Yeah. But the family was in the text messages saying, like, maybe you want to at least see a holistic doctor so that they can advise you on the safest way to remove these, from your system and stop taking them. Maybe you want to try herbs and stuff like that. Just let her know, hey, there's other options, but we do not believe that you should be just taking these medications and just saying bye to them and thinking everything's going to go okay, because now your brain has been used to whatever levels and stages that it is at, with this alternate substance coming in trying to, I rock the party that rocks your body. Like they MC Light, and your brain is like, hold up, bro, who are you? I rule this here. I've been controlling this. You ain't been doing a good job. So why don't you just slide over? Okay, I'm gonna run this for a little bit. I'm gonna show you what you need, baby. The brain is like, the hell you will. And that's a battle. That's a battle. So doctors say, well, maybe in a couple of weeks we can give you, 10 milligrams stuff for 5 minutes instead of 5 milligrams. Because this seems to be a bit of a struggle here. And then you up the dose, and then the brain is like, dang, but this is some powerful stuff. And then it's sitting back like Snoop Dogg, like, we just gonna chill over here, like, ooh. But then you stop taking your medication, and that stuff start wearing off, and then it's like your computer system is just being, it's going a little haywire here. And the brain is like, hold up, am I woke over here? This is what they've been meaning the whole time. I'm about to be woke in a minute. Oh, yeah, but you got to get up out of here. I'm going to take back control of this. So now it's all quirky because you were on some kind of regulation. They had established some kind of compromise and decorum up until then. Then you got the hormone aspect of it and all that kind of stuff. So these medications can already cause cause you to be depressed, amongst other things. But imagine when the system just gets thrown off like that. Okay, that's the reason why you take these in intervals, and some are extended release, some of them, because it's timed as to how much and for how long, how much of this should be in your system and for how long. And as it starts to wear off, that's your next dose. Then you're supposed to top that off, but they should never be overlapping to where you're at full power of this dose, and then you got another a full power of that dose, and vice versa. If you don't maintain that flow, things can really go crazy. They really can. And it'll be something very hard to come back from. All right. Maybe, I'm not saying long term. I'm saying during this time that you're going through what you're going through. It could be a sudden onset of just real terror. So that is very dangerous. And that is something that I can never get with what Mica's doing. And I can't make any excuses for it either, because I think that plenty of people have felt like this and thought like this. And a lot of people, it's so heavy for them that what they're experiencing when they take it. It's like, I'm not about to. But you have been educated. You were talked to by your doctor. All right. That should be enough to let you know, okay, I need to research this more. Be sure about what I'm doing, because this is heavy. You got pharmacy offering a consultation. You got the pharmacy little pamphlet. You know the name of what you're trying to put you on, the dosage and all. You're supposed to go do your research. But at minimum, they do give you minimum amount of information, including the stopping and starting rules. So as an adult, you have the responsibility of being responsible with that. However, I will say that under these circumstances, the same doctor that she went to get her counseling and her medication is likely going to be the one she's going to go back to say, hey, this is weird and I kind of want to do something else. And I think this was forced on me anyway. So I want to get off it and see, let me operate as normal as possible and see how that works. That might just be something I can do. You got to simultaneously get rid of him too, but that could have been, something she wanted to do. However, you cannot safely do that with a little bit of with no plan, with not enough education, as it seems like she didn't have either, if you don't see your doctor. Can you go make a new appointment somewhere else? Yes. Her sister tried to suggest that. Even suggested making an appointment with a holistic doctor. I get not wanting to go to the same doctor that you started with, not because of what he prescribes you or anything like that, because everything that he's been doing likely is by way of JP's request. They're likely workers of JP Miller. Duh. But there's alternates out there. And the family heavily suggested, while still being respectful and not applying pressure, they were very safe about it. Supportive. Not once knocked her idea of wanting to get off the medication. Okay, but also trying to let her know, while standing back and let her make her own decisions, that she should not just try to do it cold turkey. If a person is telling you going to the doctor is out of the question, then you're gonna come up with something else. You're gonna try to say, okay, maybe at least see a holistic doctor, and they can help you from a holistic standpoint. Not try to tell you need it, stay on it, report back to JP, try to have you committed. Any of the things she might have been concerned about or worried about with JP Miller's. Okay. Outside of the importance of these medication and procedures that you should be taking and not taking, what's the important point here? The important point is the family were actually very healthy with her concerning this. And in my opinion, they gave her the best advisement they could have given her. The only thing I didn't see that I would love to have seen is them suggesting she see another psychiatrist who is not affiliated with JP in any way, shape, or form. And then one step at a time. Just no pressure. Just go there. Let them know I'm on this. I want to take, and 9 times out of 10, they're going to communicate with her old doctor. So here comes JP again. But at some point, this shit got to stop. So we just keep doing what we need to do. But first and foremost is what? My health and safety. And for them to be the people that she's bouncing her, bouncing the ideas concerning this off of, they handled it perfectly well. They didn't try to say, well, I don't think you should have been on, or, well, all because of JP, or, they kept it safe as hell. Safe. What the hell is this dude talking about? You see how this is crazy? We have proof that the stuff he be telling us is a lie. A lie. And he don't care, man. He don't care. He gonna come out here bold as hell. Bold as hell. Now, I saw in a text message where Mica was having a conversation with her sister about wanting to stop the medication. And then she says it later on, I know I told one of the sisters or one of you guys that I wanted to stop. But just in case, because I can't remember which one I told, I'm letting y'all know I don't want to take these medications no more. And one of the sisters was like, yeah, you told me. So can you imagine how just kind of confusing her world was at that time? Probably based on a lot of things. And it's not like she probably also didn't have the option of scrolling through the messages and seeing, because that could have been pre-JP intercepting her. I don't know. It's so many different things that we can allude that to. It could be just overstress. It could be maybe some type of effects from taking and stopping suddenly of the medication, which, far as we know, we were told that she didn't never necessarily just stop. She was reducing her dose. This is just so tragic and it's so horrible, and there's a lot of information that we have been privy to. It's weird. It's weird. But with all that, this guy will still come up here, y'all, and talk to you like he Men in Black asses. I don't know what they call the thing. He talked to us like he did that, like he put it up and was like, you gonna forget about all that. Okay, now my turn. My turn. This is what it is.
Why did my wife take her own life? Well, the last time I saw her, she said a lot of things. One of the last things she said to me was, she says, I want to come home, but my family won't let me. And I said, well, maybe you can come home. She said, no, they'll never talk to me again if I come home. If I take my medicine, my dad will be disappointed in me. I said, baby, who cares about any of them? What do you think God wants you to do? And when I said that, she showed me this book she was reading called I Love Jesus, But I Want to Die. And I said to her, why do you want to die? She said, I want to die because I can't come home, sleep in my bed. And she said, I want to do that. And being away makes me want to die.
Now, child, who wouldn't want to be home and sleep in a bed versus going through drama like this? It's not far-fetched for her to have said that. But why was she not at home? Why was she not sleeping in her bed? One thing we know, it ain't because of her family. Listen, her family ain't been able to keep her away from JP since she was 14 years old. That's not funny. It's funny. The funny part is that he wants us to believe that now, damn near 40 years old, they got the juice now. Yeah? That's not working. That's not working, JP. It's not working.